Hi guys. Okay, so um I was in the process of I filmed this I don't know how many times. I'm going to try again. This will be my final attempt for the night. Hopefully it works. Android has a storage problem, and the videos that tell you what to do to how to switch your data or your photos onto the SD card, that their instructions are useless. It doesn't work, okay? I've tried everything. So I'm going to have to either call Sprint and ask them what to do, or I'm going to have to go into the store and have them manually show me what to do. I do not have a ton of crap on my phone, so I don't know what the goddamn problem is. It's an Android thing. It's a pain in the fucking ass. Anyway, so I'm supposed to be on the upswing of healing. I had a cholecystectomy months ago, last year, 2020. And I can't remember which month. I honestly cannot, but I had it removed. I had, severe problems with it, and I'm still having problems even though it's gone. It just, some bathroom days are fine. Other bathroom days, it's either constipation or the other, loose stool, and it just sucks. And I'm at the point where you just feel like, should I just eat a piece of bread for the rest of my life? Every day I'll have some bread. It's just irritating. So this is the aftermath of having your gallbladder removed. You don't have a lot of choices. If you keep it in, it could rupture and you're going to feel like crap every single damn day. If you get it taken out, you're still going to feel like crap, but for a different reason. I also have fibromyalgia. What's common with that, other than chronic joint pain and all kinds of issues with that, mostly chronic pain, there's the issue of IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, in addition to having my stupid gallbladder removed. So I'm just fed up with it. I'm going to get some Imodium AD and start taking that. Basically, that calms down the peristalsis of your intestines. So your intestines are doing all this, and there's just hyperactive, and the Imodium AD calms that down, so you reduce your chances of having diarrhea. So anyway, I want to talk to you today about colorism. The white man, when they decided to have slavery 400 plus years ago, okay, they caused a division with the races because they put the light skin inside the building and they put the dark skin out in the field. So in essence, it was a psychological mind game, and it basically taught everybody that light skins are better and dark is bad. So if you're outside, it's because you deserve to be out in the heat. Whereas you're not any better when you're indoors as a light-skinned person, because you get raped faster. You end up getting pregnant with the master's kids. You end up nursing his kids, plus, his kids with you, and the kids with his wife. You get to nurse all the children because she's too uppity to nurse her own goddamn children. So there was nothing good about it, but people still have this mentality that if you're light skinned, and parents do it too. I'm interrupting my own self. Parents do it too. Susie is a lot lighter than Kathy. Kathy is really dark. I'm just really surprised at how dark she is. But Susie, look how beautiful she is. So even to this day, there's racism amongst the self-induced racism amongst, the black community and so forth. So they have this ideology, no matter if you're black or you're not black, or you're native or you're not native, or you're Jamaican or you're whatever, black people put every brown person as black. If they say you're black, you black, even if you're not black, which is asinine and stupid too, but we won't go there. So automatically, if you're light skinned, you're automatically presumed, because of slavery, because you were indoors, you are presumed to be better. People think you're better. Your life is going to be easier. Everyone rolls out the red carpet for you. You have opportunities that dark-skinned people don't have. What else? What other stupidness goes with that thought? Men want light skin. They prefer light skin. You just overall, you get the job over a dark person in a heartbeat. And I got into an argument with somebody online because she's retarded. She's a fucking dumbass. And the reason I say that is because if someone is light skinned and they're teaching you, that's why black people stay so fucking dumb when it comes to this particular topic. Anybody could be dumb, but black people in particular are really dumb and fucking stupid because they don't listen. They know it all. Okay? Shut your ass up and listen. If a light-skinned person is telling you, my life has never been easier just because of my skin color, and you sit up in here and argue, you're a fucking dumbass. Shut the fuck up and listen. Close that, open this. I said, my life has never been easier. I've had a harsh life. Men don't give a flying fuck what color you are. Most of them, all they care about is, are your legs open or not? They don't give a shit if you pink, purple, got spot stripes. They don't give a shit. And that's including white men too, because I only dated mostly white men. Okay? They don't give a rat's ass preference. They just care about vagina. Okay? Who has an open vagina ready for my dick? That's all they care about. There's a select few that might care about you as a human being. Select few. I could probably count them, and I can count a few on one hand. That's it, that I know of personally, who don't act like that. But if somebody's trying to teach your dumb ass something and you still arguing, you're going to stay stupid the rest of your life because you're not listening. So it doesn't matter what your ethnicity is. They automatically put you in the black page because you're brown, which is geographically fucked up and stupid too. That goes to show that you don't know anything about different countries and different cultures and how all these different shades. I could be Egyptian. Although there are, there's Egyptian, black people from Africa in Egypt and all of that, but we're not going to get into those complexities. What I'm talking about, to simplify a very complicated situation, to simplify it, light-skinned people do not have it easier. My life has been a hellhole ever since I came out of her ooh-ha. My life has been a hellhole. Men do not prefer me over anybody else. They just want my V like they want everybody else's V. That's the only thing they give a shit about. And for hobosexuals, men who don't have a home and they're using their pecker to stick it in women so women will let them move into their house, they're using their dick to get a place to live. Those are called hobosexuals. They don't care about what color you are. They just care about who's dumb enough to let me move into their house because I laid them. They just want a sucker. They don't care what color you are. They just want a damn dumb bitch is what they're looking for. You laid me so good. Here's the key to my house. I'll give you there's a safe at the bank. Do you want access to that too? My family's diamonds are in there. My mom's diamonds are in there because you gave me some good dick, boy. You gave me some good dick. I mean, that's how dumb women get. So we're not going to go there. Anyway, you know how I feel about that. People getting retarded just because they got stuck. So anyway, moving right along. My life has been harsh. My growing up as a child, I was brutally not vandalized. I'm not a building. I wasn't vandalized. But I've been brutally verbally assaulted, physically assaulted, severely abused to the point where we should have been taken out of the home by the state, but people were so secretive and sneaky. Parents were so sneaky and secretive about the abuse they did to their children. They put scars on you and marks on you that can't be seen when your clothes are on and all of this, so that you go to school and everybody thinks everything's peachy. So I had a hellish childhood. I had a hellish teenage years. I had a hellish relationship with guys because guys just care about fucking. Let's just keep it real. We're not going to lie. We're going to keep it real. We're not going to fluff it up. We're going to keep it real. That's all they care about. And so I eventually made the connection between guys that I was involved with who were narcissistic, just like the father. And I finally put it together that I was drawn to people who were just like him because it was like a subconscious thing. And so once you have a lot of time to yourself, you've got years to yourself, you get to know yourself and you get to realize your pattern of relationships not working out and you realize what you're doing. you realize what you're doing and you just want to put a stop to it. So I had to fight for jobs like everybody else. I'm not going to get special treatment because of my light skin, because let me teach those of you who are listening that actually want to learn. You're not a dumb ass assuming things. You actually want to learn. You're not accepted by people of color because you're too light to be one of us. This is the reality, not the fallacy in people's brainwashed head. This is the truth. This is the reality, not the fluff in their brain that they refuse to shut down and try to learn something. So they're going to stay dumb the rest of their life. So for those who want to learn, brown people don't want you because you're not brown enough. White people don't want you because you're too brown to be one of them. That's the truth. Okay. So there blows that whole fallacy of you are so amazing. People are fighting each other to be friends with you, pushing people out the way. She's so pretty and light skinned. I want her as my friend. You better move out the way. I ain't playing. That ain't fucking true. What planet are you living on that's the reality? What planet are you living on? It must be a planet where cupcakes grow on trees, raindrops are Skittles, nobody ever has a bad day, and bills are a thing of the past. You don't have to pay bills. Your electricity, your water, everything in your house is free because you light skinned and you got it like that. Or that's just the world that people want to live in because they don't want to face the truth. The truth is, it doesn't matter what color you are. White people, as a matter of fact, let me take it a step further. I was verbally abused on a plane and had to jump this little white bitch's ass because I was having a discussion with somebody. Maybe we could have been a little quieter, but it's hard to have a quiet conversation when you're packed in like sardines. And she had the balls to tell me, I've heard you talk through this whole flight and I'm tired of hearing it. And I jumped her shit. I don't even know what I said to her. I went from 0 to 1,000 in 2 seconds flat. And I'm glad I didn't have to whoop her ass because you don't want to fight somebody on federal property. An airplane is federal. Okay. Anyway, she didn't say nothing to the white boy. She talked to me like that. Now, because of my hair and because of my skin color and because of my funny eyes, people think I'm mixed, which I am. But they probably think I'm mixed with black and white. Okay. Which I do have white. I have Scottish and British and Indian and West Indian and all kind of bullshit in there. 4 different native tribes and all of that. Okay. When white people think that you're mixed, and I had my hair in a super huge curly ponytail, so I look mixed, like half black, half white. They're even more angry because they perceive it as, this is my experience, they perceive it as one of your mutts, one of you, not a mutt, but one of you gross brown people mixed with one of our purified white people. Now, are they pure? Nobody's pure. Everybody's mixed with everything. But in their KKK mindset, your dirty blood mixed with our pure white blood. So when there's a mixed person in the scene, they don't want nothing to do with you because they see you as, you have no business, even though you can't help who had sex and who created you. Okay. You didn't have a choice of how you looked or who had sex with who or who your parents are. You had no choice in that. That 2 people got horny and then you came about. That's just the way it is. But anyway, y'all know I keep it real. But they perceive you, if they perceive you as mixed, they hate you even more. Your dirty blood mixed with our pure blood. How dare you? And you're the mutt that resulted. This has been going on since slavery. It goes on to this day. It is perpetrated within families of people of color. Light skin get showed favoritism. But everybody in my family is the same shade. We're all like that. I call it pecan tan. The father, my father, whatever that means, he was never one of those. He is maybe a shade or 2 darker than me. Okay. And his parents were interracial. My grandparents, my grandfather was white and my grandmother's Blackfoot, Indian. Okay. Anyway, but if they perceive you as mixed, they hate your guts even more because you are a mutt to them. You are a mixed mutt. So where this bullshit comes from that everybody bows down before your almighty light skinnedness. Oh my God, we bow before you. Oh, your highness, what can I do for you? I know I'm a total stranger to you, but can I get you a glass of water? Can I fan your face? You look a little warm. It's a hot summer day. What else can I do? Would you like some grapes, my dear queen? What the fuck are you talking about? This is perpetrated by the master during slavery, and the mentality still exists to this day. And you've got darker skinned people hating light skinned people. I even had, and Missouri is nothing but a racist hellhole. And that's not, I'm not going to say that's everybody. I've met a lot of really, really, really cool people here that don't give a rat's ass what color you are. I've met them, and it was a pleasure to know them. But there's a lot of rednecks here, and there's a lot of ignorant ass people that have no tolerance for brown skin. I used to work with them at the ambulance service. They all hated me, and they also hated another guy who worked there who was also brown. He was a paramedic, and I was an EMT for the ambulance service, and I was working with a bunch of fucking redneck bastards. My boss was not. He was actually the coolest one there. But the rest of them, we won't go there. Y'all, if you watch my video, I talk about how ignorant they are. Okay, there's probably a whole bunch of new ones there now because my boss isn't there anymore. So, that's good that they're no longer there. I wish they weren't there when I went in there, but just ignorant as fuck. They don't care what color I am, and they damn sure did not give me special treatment because I'm brown. You are not white. If you ain't white, you ain't right. If you ain't white, you ain't right. That's how light skin get treated. Don't fucking sit here and tell me that we get our asses kissed because of the color of our skin, because you are living in a motherfucking fantasy world. And it makes me furious when you tell them, I'm telling you as a light-skinned person, I'm fucking telling your ignorant ass that is not the way it goes. And you're going to sit here and fucking argue with me. You're going to stay dumb until you goddamn die because you don't listen. Okay? You don't fucking listen. Never, ever, ever was my life all that in a bag of chips because of the color of my motherfucking skin. You have got to be shitting me. If anything, it has been a motherfucking hellhole. Okay? And dating white guys, oh, they don't mind getting in a relationship with you. They don't mind jumping between your thighs, just like the black guys like jumping up in there. They don't mind doing that. They don't mind doing that. How many of them are going to introduce you to their parents? But I'm supposed to get special privileges. I'm supposed to meet your family the first day we go out, right? Because I'm light-skinned. How many of them are going to invite you to their Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner with their family? Not many. Okay? They don't mind sticking you, but they're not going to introduce you to their family. They're not going to put a ring on your goddamn finger. They're not going to do it. And the one who did do it, who happens to be whatever he's mixed with, he's white, but that's not an ethnicity, right? That's just a blanket statement. Anyway, he was non-black, he was non-brown, non-Jamaican or whatever, you know. I didn't date black guys because they were just not, they're just too aggressive about chasing sex, and I'm not dealing with that. I'm just not doing it. White people want it just as bad. They're just a lot more low-keyed about it. They're not as obvious, although some of them are obvious, and I dropped them like a bad habit. But yeah, he did put a ring on my finger, and I got rid of him because he's a narcissist. And yes, I met his family, but the people who do want you to meet their family, they're a piece of shit. I've not met one that I want to meet your family, and I want to hang with them, and I want to marry you, and I want to be around all of y'all because I love every single one of y'all. I ain't met that yet. Okay? So yeah, they'll introduce you to their family because they're going against the grain. Narcissists go against the grain. They break all the rules, and things that make people go, oh, those are the things they're going to do. So yes, they want to introduce you to their family because it makes people appalled. You brought that thing to your parents? Please. Okay? I went to a modeling Go See. Go See is where you go there. There's a bunch of agents. They're trying to, well, in this particular case, this is how it went. They see you on stage. They see your body. They see your figure, and you walk across stage, and they determine whether they want to hire you or not, work with you or not, do business with you or not. And when I walked, So I talked to a few agents. Most of them are not serious because if they find somebody else that they like better, they drop you as fast as they met you. They're kind of like men. Somebody else is more interesting, so peace out. So anyway, at the bottom, the foot of the stage, there's these long, long, long tables, like conference tables, and they're all lined up. And you know, all the agents from all over the different agencies, you know, that represent the different agencies, are sitting along, you know, those tables. When the white people, this is in Kansas City where there's a lot of people of color, it's a mixed bag. When the white people walked across the stage, they were cool with that. And if you were a brown person and you dressed like a hoochie mama, they were interested in that. But when I got up on stage and I'm dressed like a lady, every person in the room looked down. They looked away from me and they all had a look on their face. And I dressed like a lady. You could see my figure, but I didn't have my tits out, nipples practically showing, you know, shorts up my booty crack with my butt hanging out. I didn't dress like, you know, a hoe. I dressed like a lady. They all acted like they turned away from me when I walked across the stage, and they all acted like, get that thing off the stage. Get the dog vomit, get that off the stage. There was one person who, a young guy, he said to the lady that he was with, the whatever agency they were with, I don't know, and I really don't give a shit. But he looked at her and he pointed to me as if to say, well, what about her? And she just shook her head like, oh no, mm-mm. There blows that stupid, retarded, stupid ass motherfucking fallacy that you're light skinned. You get the whole world rolled out for you. Red carpets rolled out for you. You get your motherfucking ass kissed. In fact, we flying you to Hollywood today just based on your goddamn skin color. We're flying your ass to Jamaica. All expenses paid because you so goddamn cute. Motherfuckers, get a grip. Those of you stupid ass brown people that think that light skin have it better, stop being dumb and listen to a person who's light skinned. And I get fired up about it because they don't motherfucking listen. They know it all. Know it all. The master is still controlling your brain. He controlled your brain 400 plus years ago, and he's still controlling your goddamn brain because all you worried about is hair and skin color and skin color and skin color and skin color. You still obsessed with that shit. When are you going to let it go? When are you going to let that shit go? People are people. Here's a surprise. Here's a shock. What? When you take our skin off, we all bleed red. Oh! What the hell did I just say? Shh. When you take our fucking skin off, we're the same color. Why are you tripping? Did I get my ass kissed when I walked across the fucking stage? I did not. Did I get one gig? I did not. When I had a gig, I had an agent in Kansas City, okay? I can't remember the agency or else I'd put it out there. I can't remember it. Eyes watering. Anyway, I had an agent in Kansas City. They didn't give me many commercials. The commercials I did go to, they didn't want to see me because I am not white. I am not white. Therefore, they didn't want to deal with my ass. And the girl that I knew that went to my church, she got more work than me, and she was dark-skinned. What the fuck? She was dark-skinned, and she got more work than I did. Lose that dumb twistedness in your fucking head. Light skins just get it so much better. They get champagne imported from Italy for free. What in the fuck world are you living in, stupid? She got more work than I did. Okay? One of the and everybody I went to audition except for one. Every audition they had a look in their face when I walked in like, oh, yeah, I got my ass kissed as soon as I walked in the door. No, wrong answer. You're living in a fantasy world. You got a lot of fluff in here, not brains, but a lot of fluff. Okay. One of the jobs that my agent tried to put me on was for porn. It was for porn. Okay? I didn't know it was porn. I would think, I guess I had a lot more respect for my agent than they had for me, despite the fact that I'm light skinned and supposed to get my ass kissed. Still waiting for that to fucking happen. Anyway, it was for porn. That audition was for porn. I went in there. We all sat in there. A couple went in the room. The couple and the guy went in the room. She came out with her lipstick smeared and her hair all looking like a bird's nest. And I looked at that like, what the hell? So I go in there, and I'm kind of slow at this point. It doesn't really dawn on me what's going on at the point until I talk to a friend of mine later who schooled me. Okay? I guess I didn't want to believe the reality of what's right in front of my face. So you go in denial. Anyway, so I go in there, and they want me and this guy to be all over each other and, kissing and hugging and touching and, oh, I can't wait to be alone with you. And this is supposed to be for a commercial. For a commercial to advertise a college. But it was for porn. When I told a friend of mine, my eyes still watered. When I told a friend of mine, he said, that's for porn. I said, no, I don't think. He said, I'm trying to tell you. That was for porn. And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, yeah, that all makes sense now. But according to your average brown person, especially black people, I should have got a Hollywood career as soon as I walked in the door without reading a script. When I talked to John Singleton in Acapulco, Mexico, where they used to have the film festival, the minute I sauntered over to him, I should have got hired on the spot. Baby, you're going to be in my next movie. You could sign a contract right now. We don't need a lawyer, but you could call your lawyer. But here's the contract right now. Sign on a dotted line and you'll be in my next 10 movies. You know why? Because you light skinned and fine as hell. You got to be fucking joking. Oh my God. This is why I don't deal with ignorant motherfuckers. If you can't think for your own self and you follow brainwash that was done to you 400 years ago, your generations, all them years ago, and you still perpetrating that dumb shit, I have no time to talk to you because you're too dumb to have a conversation with. I know that sounds cocky and arrogant, but I'm just telling you, you too stupid to have a conversation with. You're too dumb. Because you're living in a fantasy world and you're not even focused on reality. You're not only headstrong and dumb, but you're headstrong, dumb, and unwilling to learn. That makes being stubborn is even worse than being dumb. Okay, that's even worse. Being dumb, at least you could be educated and learn something. But stubborn and dumb and refusal to learn, that's a triple trifecta. That's a freaking, you can't do nothing with that. Nobody can break through that. Okay? Nobody could break through that. You're just too dumb for words. So anyway, yeah, I just can't handle such ludicrous. I know of one white guy who married a black girl. And they adopted a kid. They got married. They adopted a kid. She's dark skinned, not light skinned. Okay? Dark skinned. So there blows that theory out of the water that I should have got a chance over her because of the color of my skin. Wow. I mean, and like I said, the arrogance of your stupidity takes my breath away. The master, white master, even though he's dead now, because nobody gonna live past 400 years, but he would be really proud that the division that he caused way back then is still continuing to this day. And people are still hung up on color to this day because of what they started back then. He'd be real proud because he knows how much success he caused. Not only the success that he caused with that, but he caused a line of division, which what does that do? Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. Instead of having people come together where they could fight as a force, that slavery movement, okay, caused a division that has been permanent. It's been permanent. It's not permanent with me because I'm not that ignorant. I don't judge people off of color. I judge you by your character. The only reason I didn't date black guys is not because they're black. Or brown is because they're aggressive about getting the draws, looking at me like I'm steak on a plate. Oh, damn, girl. Ooh, oh, yeah. That shit don't turn me on, fool. They're very aggressive about pushing for sex. Now, does every black guy do that? No. Do most of them do that? Yes. And they direct that shit at me. So there goes the fallacy of, she's light skinned. We're going to approach her differently. We're going to treat her like Queen Elizabeth because she's light skinned. My God, don't be dumb forever. Anyway, I just had to get that out of my system and hit somebody with some goddamn reality instead of the fantasy world that they're living in where, like I said, cupcakes grow on trees. Anyway, I love you guys. Take care. And if you're not one of the dumb ones and you're open to educating yourself and getting rid of the brainwash in your head, you're open to learning, I'm proud of you. Very proud of you. Love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.